Or what story in the Bible, because we want to keep it Bible specific, says something about the quality or the kind of relationship or what Jesus specifically means to you?
It says, the earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, the world that dwelleth therein. He is founded upon the seas and established on the floods. Who shall ascend unto the hills of the Lord, or who shall stand in his holy gates? And this is the part that is a reminder for me every day. He that has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. He shall receive the blessings from the Lord and the righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. Selah. Lift up your hands, O you gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting door, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. And it gives you that
principles of sowing seeds. And I won't be here long. It's not even a hard lesson. But like Brother David said this morning, God created the whole heaven and the whole earth. But when it came down to man, he took his hand and molded them in his own image. He molded us to look like, to be like him. And then he breathed his breath into the lungs of man. He breathed.
That's it.
And then he turned around and gave us the mind of Christ. Emmett teaches that that is the knowledge of God. So here we are with the breath of God and in our lungs and the knowledge of God in our lungs, in our brains. We got knowledge in our lungs. All right. And are we hopeless? Are we a hopeless people? Are we helpless? Well, we'll talk about 3 principles of sowing.
Yes.
Because a lot of times when it seems like things are helpless or hopeless, or it seems like I don't know how to make a way for myself, what I start doing is I start looking at what kind of seed I've sown. Sometimes when I look at people, and I'm dealing with these people in Africa, and that's a big deal. It's a really big deal because they're hungry. And they're looking to us to feed them. And what I'm trying to say is, what seed do you have in the ground? I ain't trying to say I'm not going to help you, but where's your seed? But don't let me jump ahead. But the first principle is found in Galatians 6, 7 through 9. And it talks about you reap what you sow.
Yes.
And I'll read that. Do not be misled. Remember that you cannot ignore God. Listen, I'm reading in the Life Application Bible. When I was growing up, this same scripture it says right here, do not be misled. What does it say in your Bible? Be not deceived. Remember that you cannot ignore God and get away with it. A man will always reap just the kind of crop he sows.
Right.
What he's saying is you reap what you sow. Our parents told us that. You reap what you sow. Well, guess what? I got a revelation. Because I thought that you reap what you sow. Sowing seed, I thought that was when you would go out in your field, you dig a hole, you put that seed in that hole, and you cover it up. I thought that's what sowing seed was. But guess what? That's not sowing seed. When you sow seed, you go in your bag, you pull them seeds out, and you throw them out there. That's sowing seed. So when I hear you reap what you sow, to me that doesn't mean you get what you plant. That means whatever you throw out there, that's what your harvest is going to be. All you got to do is throw it out there. If you throw a bunch of cuss words out there,
Right.
you're going to get a bunch of curses on your life. And guess what? When you sow, what kind of seed do you sow? When you sow a mustard seed, you don't get a mustard seed. You get a tree. So you reap what you sow doesn't mean if you sow a seed, you get a seed. It means whatever that fruit is, that's what you're going to get. But at any rate, you reap what you sow means whatever you throw out there, that's what you're going to get. So let's throw good stuff out there. Let's get some good seed and throw good seed out there. There's this one parable in the Bible that talks about letting the wheat grow with the tares. That's heavenly principle, and I'm not going against the Bible. But if you see some weeds growing in you with what you got going on, pull them up now. Pull them up. Pull them up. We're going to pray that God will wreck that harvest right now on that bad seed that we've sowed ourselves. I've sowed some bad seed in my life. Yesterday, me and Ashley went to Dallas, went to Arlington, and I got so mad on the way at that girl. I said some stuff I did not need to say. I'm gonna pull them weeds up. I'm pulling them weeds up. And you reap what you sow. And we have seeds. The words coming out of our mouth are seeds. The deeds that we do are seeds. Amen. We have seeds. Amen. We gotta take a lot better control of it. The second principle is at 2 Corinthians 9, and like I said, I'm not gonna ask you to turn there. You can if you're quick enough. But the 9th chapter of 2 Corinthians talks about sowing sparingly and reaping sparingly. And what it says is, but remember this, if you give little, you will get little. What the King James says is if you sow sparingly, you will reap sparingly. And I'll tell you how I got the revelation on this one. It's because I used to sow seeds, grass seeds, a lot. God told me, he said, I want to give you a lesson on sowing and reaping. So I want you to go out and start sowing seeds. So I went and bought these big old bags of seeds, grass seeds, and I started sowing them all over the place. And I'll never forget, I had a friend named Edmond Kemp. She was an old lady. I went to her house, and she was kind of funny. She talked real crazy to me all the time. But I went to her house, and her front yard was just dirt. I said, Edmond, I want to sow some seeds in your front yard. I want to grow some grass. And she said, girl, I've been living here 30 years. Ain't no grass going to grow right there. I said, well, let's see, because God told me that he wanted me to sow some seeds.